Hi, everyone. I'm Pennye, and I'm the founder of Wolf Nutrition and a certified holistic pet health coach. I've been working in integrative animal wellness for over 20 years, and today I want to talk about something that's really close to my heart: holistic health care for our senior dogs. An owner will come to me and say, "My dog just isn't himself anymore. He's slowing down. He's pickier about food. He seems uncomfortable." And when I ask what their vet said, the answer is usually something like, "Well, he's just getting old. Switch to a senior food." But here's the thing. Aging isn't a disease. Yes, our dogs' bodies change as they get older, but so much of what we accept as normal aging is actually inflammation, nutritional deficiency, or gut imbalance that we can actually address. And that's what holistic health care is all about. Looking at the whole dog, understanding what's happening in their body, and using multiple approaches to support their well-being. So in the next short period, I'm going to share what I've learned from working with hundreds of senior dogs with complex health conditions and give you some practical strategies that you can start using right away. Let's start with something that might surprise you: the gut. When we think about senior dogs, we usually think about joints, right? Arthritis, mobility issues. But what I've found in my practice is that almost everything starts in the gut. Here's what happens as dogs age. Their gut microbiome, that's the community of beneficial bacteria living in their digestive system, starts to change. They lose diversity. The beneficial bacteria decline, and sometimes problematic bacteria or yeast can take over. This isn't just about digestion, though that's part of it. This affects everything: their immune system, inflammation levels, even their brain function. And this is why so many senior dogs suddenly develop food sensitivities they never had before. An owner will tell me, "He's eaten chicken his whole life, and now suddenly he can't tolerate it." That's not the chicken. That's a compromised gut lining and an imbalanced microbiome that's creating inflammation and triggering immune responses. This is where we get into what I call the inflammation cascade. Poor gut health leads to systemic inflammation. That inflammation can show up as arthritis, yes, but also skin issues, chronic ear infections, cognitive decline, kidney problems, you name it. Everything's connected. So what can you do about it? Well, first, let's focus on digestive support. This might mean adding a high-quality probiotic specifically formulated for dogs. And not all probiotics are created equal. You want multiple strains of beneficial bacteria and enough CFUs, that's colony-forming units, to actually make a difference. I typically recommend at least 10 billion CFUs for a medium-sized senior dog. Second, consider digestive enzymes, especially if your dog has been on kibble their whole life. As dogs age, their bodies produce fewer digestive enzymes naturally, which means they're not breaking down and absorbing nutrients as efficiently. And third, and this is huge, bone broth. Real, slow-cooked bone broth is one of the most powerful gut-healing foods you can give your senior dog. It provides collagen and amino acids like glutamine that literally help repair the gut lining. I have clients who've seen dramatic changes just from adding a few tablespoons of bone broth to their dog's meals every day. Now, let's talk about what I call the Senior Dog Wellness Triad. 3 interconnected areas that, when addressed together, can really transform quality of life for aging dogs. First, nutritional adjustments. The conventional wisdom is to switch to a senior formula dog food, and honestly, that's usually not enough. Most senior formulas are just lower in protein and calories, which actually isn't what most senior dogs need. Here's what I focus on instead: quality protein. Senior dogs actually need high-quality, easily digestible protein to maintain muscle mass and support immune function. We're talking about whole food proteins, real meat, fish, eggs, not rendered meals or byproducts. Anti-inflammatory foods are also crucial. Omega-3 fatty acids from fish oil or sardines help combat that systemic inflammation we talked about. Dark leafy greens like kale or spinach, lightly steamed or pureed, berries, and turmeric are all powerhouses. A lot of senior dogs do better with lower glycemic carbs, sweet potato instead of white potato, or quinoa instead of corn. This helps maintain stable blood sugar and reduces inflammation. Second, targeted supplementation. This is where we can be really strategic. I'm not talking about giving 10 different supplements. I'm talking about choosing the right ones based on what your individual dog needs. For most senior dogs, I recommend a high-quality joint support supplement with glucosamine, chondroitin, and MSM, but also look for additions like green-lipped mussel or hyaluronic acid. Another great joint support that's new on the market is E2 collagen. That has a little bit different function, but those two things together can really, really make a huge difference without having to go the pharmacological route with your dog. Second, omega-3 fatty acids. And here's a tip. You want a fish oil that's been tested for purity and freshness with a good EPA to DHA ratio. Thirdly, antioxidants for cognitive function. Things like SAMe, vitamin E, or another phosphatidylserine can help protect brain health. Third is the TCVM perspective. In traditional Chinese veterinary medicine, we look at aging through a different lens. Senior dogs often develop what we call kidney qi deficiency. In Chinese medicine, the kidneys aren't just the organs. They're the energetic system that governs aging, vitality, bone health, and even hearing. Supporting kidney qi might mean using specific herbs or food therapies that are warming and tonifying. Things like cooked warming proteins. Think about chicken, turkey, venison, lamb, over cooling proteins like regular duck. This holistic perspective also helps us understand why some senior dogs get cold easily, or why they might have urinary issues or lose their hearing. It's all connected to declining kidney energy and function. And there are general supportive ways to address this. The beauty of combining Western nutritional science with Eastern medicine is that we're addressing both the physical and the energetic imbalances. We're not just managing symptoms. We're actually supporting the body's own healing capacity. Now, I want to talk about something really important. Knowing the difference between normal aging and something that needs your attention. Absolutely, senior dogs slow down. Yes, they might sleep more. But if you're seeing sudden changes, rapid weight loss or gain, increased thirst and urination, changes in appetite, new lumps or bumps, difficulty breathing, disorientation, or confusion, these just aren't old age symptoms. These need veterinary attention. What I love about a holistic approach is that it works alongside conventional veterinary care. If your dog needs medication, they need medication. But we can support their body with nutrition and supplements to help them thrive on that medication and maybe even reduce the dose over time. This can be supported early with antioxidants and omega-3s before they progress. Slight stiffness after rest that improves with movement. This is the perfect time to start joint support before you're dealing with significant arthritis. And mild digestion, upset, or gas. This tells me we need to look at gut health before it becomes chronic. The key is staying observant and being proactive rather than reactive. So here's what I want you to take away from this. You have so much more power than you think to support your senior dog's quality of life. Aging doesn't have to mean just managing decline. With the right nutrition, targeted supplementation, and a holistic approach to the whole dog, not just individual symptoms, you can help your dog thrive in their golden years. I work with senior dogs with complex health issues every day, and I see transformations that amaze even me. Dogs who were barely moving suddenly have energy to go for walks again. Dogs who stopped eating became excited about food. Dogs whose owners were preparing to say goodbye end up with months or even years more of quality time. If you want to dive deeper into this, if your senior dog is dealing with specific health challenges, or if you just want a customized plan to support their aging journey, I'd love to work with you. I offer individual consultations where we look at your dog's complete health picture and create a personalized protocol. And we launched the Wolf Nutrition Member Circle in January, a quarterly membership program where you'll get monthly wellness protocols, live Q&A sessions where you can ask me direct questions directly, and a community of dog owners who are all committed to holistic wellness. Here's one actionable thing you can start today. Add bone broth to your senior dog's meals, even just a few tablespoons. It's simple, it's affordable, and it's one of the most powerful gut healing tools we have. Your senior dog has given you years of unconditional love. Let's give them the best possible care in return. Thanks so much for listening, and give your pups extra belly rubs from me.